In order to run the examples from chapter 8, you will need to have Node.js in at least version 20 installed. With that usually comes an installation of npm. Here you need at least version 10 in order to run the example. Also, you need to have Git in order to clone the example repository. Now, for chapter 8, edge side composition, you will have a Docker Compose file which wires up all the different microfrontends to an edge server. What you have is on the edge a service that uses Nginx to actually forward the requests. Here, in the example using Docker, we are using a Docker network configuration. So for instance, for forwarding the request to the red micro frontend, we use an identifier of red together with the port that is occupied by the red service, in this case 2001. We do the same for blue and green, but of course use different identifiers like blue and green and the respective ports. Now Docker Compose helps us to actually wire everything together by stating that we have an edge server that is exposed to the outside on port 1234. In the Docker network, we run it on port 80. Blue, red and green are not exposed to the outside. Running the solution can be done by running Docker Compose up. Once everything is started, you will see messages appearing that green, blue, etc. are all running on their ports. Now there's nothing on 1, 2, 3, 4. However, if we go to red, something is forwarded. Inside red, this is called a product page. So if you want to see something, just go to red/product page. As you can see, the whole application is already composed together. Everything works. The routing is done as in chapter 7 with the query parameter. But we could of course also forward this. All these requests are forwarded to the red server running the red micro frontend. The blue one and the green one are properly proxied to their respective servers as well. Now for the respective micro frontends, what you will have is a Docker file, and in those Docker files we just inherit from the node slim image. We set up a temporary working directory, copy all files over, install the remaining Node.js dependencies, and then run the application. With this in mind, you can just close the whole example, which will stop the services. And once everything is stopped, you can also take the services down completely.